Is it Ansh or
Ansh Mataji, sorry, Gauranga Mataji. Ansh is different. This boy is different. This is Damodar kid.
Okay.
Even Ansh is Damodar kid. He joins both the classes.
Okay. Raya Prahlad is sitting on a king chair. A king sofa set. Haribol Advait, Ramachandra.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Haribol. Okay, we have Ansh also over here. Okay, sorry I couldn't join last week. I wasn't well. Thanks to Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, she conducted the class at the end moment. Okay. So everybody's vacation started?
Not yet, Mataji.
Not yet. Not yet? How
On
come?
June 17th.
Oh my.
June 3rd.
Oh. I think in Texas it starts around May 21st or May 22nd.
Mataji, for Vrinda, it started from Friday. She is having holidays.
Yes, Texas, it starts in May, end of May.
Yeah, because in north side, what happens is, Mataji, because they have the snow days, their
Spring
school
break,
starts
yeah.
late. And here also in Texas, in Houston area, they started little late, some schools. So they have 1 week extra. June 1st week, after June 1st week, they are giving holidays. Because
And
they
the
started
school,
late, that's why.
right, the schools will reopen in August, huh?
August 2nd week, Mataji, mostly. Like me, Independence Day, our Independence Day here, it opened. Last time it opened on Independence Day. I don't know what will happen this time. India's Independence Day, they started last time. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So kids are still joining, huh?
Yeah, today's long weekend, Mataji. We might have less and we might have more. It is sometimes surprising kids will be coming more, sometimes no kids. So today Damodar had very low strength. Very low strength, yeah. 7 kids, 7 kids, including me, 7 were there.
Okay, never mind. Yeah. So what I'll do is, we'll start. Okay, I'll share the screen.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hi Krishna. I think because there were Rath Yatras also, so also might be
Mataji, our Rath Yatra was on Saturday.
Your Rath Yatra was on Saturday, Advait?
Mine was on Saturday.
My school first on June 10th.
Whose was on Saturday?
Ramachandra's.
Ramachandra. Okay, so Baltimore, huh?
Yes, Mataji, Baltimore.
Baltimore. When was your Radha?
Mine was on the 21st, like last Saturday.
Last Saturday. Okay, okay, got it.
Mataji, at the Rath Yatra, I saw Mukund.
Oh, is it? Okay, Mukund
Yeah,
must have come over there.
Yeah.
Are you able to see the slide?
Yes, Mataji, we can see.
Okay, okay, yeah, okay. Haribol Gauranga, how old are you?
I am 5 years.
Ah, big boy. See, your school has started? You go to playgroup or kindergarten next year?
I'm going to go to kindergarten next year.
Next year. Yes.
This August.
This August. Good for you. Are you excited to go to school?
He's just saying because he wants to copy me.
It's your brother?
Yeah,
How old is he?
he's 3 years.
Oh, you know, when my son was 3 years old, he used to say that I'm in 10th standard.
What?
Haribol.
God.
Oh my God. Isn't it funny?
That's funny.
That's funny. Okay, let's start with our class. Thank you for joining us, Gauranga. We'll start with our prayers, okay? Everyone together. You can unmute and then say the prayers. Om Agyanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshuramitam Yena
That's my seat.
Tasmai Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine
Jaya
Namaste
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Gauravani Pracharine
Advaita Gadadhara
Vairāvādi Paśyātadeshatarine
Jaya
Jai
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu
Prabhu
Nityananda
Nityananda Shri
Shri
Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Okay. So, today we are going with our Canto 3 and Chapter 8. Okay. Before that, we'll quickly go with our verse. So, Balavinda, are you there?
No, Mataji, today she went out.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
Balavinda comes in my Damodar class.
Yeah, Balavrinda comes in all classes. Balavrinda comes in Govinda, Madhava, all classes.
Okay, Ramachandra, can you go ahead with the verse?
Matayin Savai Pumsham Paro Dharma Yata Bhaktiradok Saje Ahaituki Aprati Hata Yayatma Suprasidati.
Can you
Mataji,
read the...
can I read the verse?
Yes, yes, 1 second. Okay, can you read the translation also, Ramachandra?
Sure, Mataji. The supreme occupation dharma for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self.
Very good. Yes, Raya Prahlad.
Savai Pumsa Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adokshaje Ahai Tuki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidati. Thank you, Mataji.
Hi, Krishna. Yes, Tulasi Manjari. Go ahead, Tulasi.
Okay. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktiradokshje ahitukiya pratihata yayatma suprasidati.
Very good. Radha?
Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktiradokshate Aituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidati.
Very good. Very good. Advait?
Okay, Mataji. Savai Pumsam Ato Dharmo Yayatma Suprasi. Wait, sorry, Mataji, I'm getting it.
Savai
Savai
Pumsam.
Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktiradokshate Ahaituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidati. Thank you, Mataji.
Very good. Mukund?
So I'm supposed to present for 40
Hare
minutes.
Krishna
When I get
Mataji.
confused,
Savaikum Samparo Dharmo Yato Bhaktira Doksaje Ayatu Kiya Pratihata Yayatma Sabasiti. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Shri Tulasi.
Savaivam Sambaro Dharma Yato Bhaktir Dokshase Ahaitukiya Pratihata Yayatma Suprasitati.
You bold. Okay, now I'm going to lower all the hands. Yeah. Anybody else who is left or who wants to recite the verse? Yes, Ansh, go ahead.
Savaivam Sambaro Dharma Yato Bhaktira Dokshase Ahetuki Apratiyata Yayatma Suprasiyati.
Very good. Gauranga, do you want to recite the verse?
Mataji, I will need some help.
Okay. Savai pumsam
Savai pumsam
paro dharmo
paro dharmo
yato bhaktir
yato bhakti
adhokshaje
adhokshati
ahituke
ahituke
apratihata
apratiya
yayatma
yayatma
suprasidati.
suprasidati.
Very bold. Anybody is left whom I have missed? Okay. So now what we are going to do today, the chapter which we are starting, chapter 8, this is also related something to our devotional service. Okay. So let us see what exactly our Canto 3, chapter 8 takes us to. Okay, so in our Canto 3, what we were talking about Vidura, Uddhava, and then Maitreya Muni, right? So at one point now, when Vidura travels ahead and then he meets Maitreya Muni, there is the conversation which is going on between Maitreya Muni and Vidura, right? We are on this chapters. Everybody is aware what we are doing? Canto 3, we have started with Canto 3 and we are on chapter 8. Okay. Now, in this chapter, in this part, what is important is when we are, when we listen to classes, everybody or the other, some or the other time you listen to your classes or your parents are listening to classes, you might hear it, isn't it? It happens. There are some classes and we like to hear.
Yes, yes, sir. I don't know. I forgot when, but I had a Shloka exam.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I think I saw Isha there.
Okay. Okay, Sudevi is not there. We had Sudevi.
Okay, so Mr. Doctor.
So now Maitri Muni, when he is talking to Vidura, now what does he say is that
Sudevi usually follows recording because she's from EST. Little bit sometimes it gets late. That's why she don't be all the time.
Okay.
She follows every recording, Mataji. She sees all our recording.
Okay. Okay, so what we'll do is, Radha, can you read this part which is there?
Okay. The great sage Maitreya Muni said to Vidura, the royal dynasty of King Puru is worthy to serve the pure devotees because all the descendants of that family are devoted to the personality of Godhead. You are also born in that family. And it is wonderful that because of your attempt to the transcendental pastimes of the Lord are becoming even newer and newer at every moment.
Right? Very nice. See, when you hear, like suppose now as children, when you listen to stories, you might be listening to Putana story, you might be listening to all the demons, how they got killed by Krishna, isn't it? So when you are listening to these stories, what happens is, these stories are again told and retold and retold, isn't it? So it is that you are revisiting the past times always when you are hearing these stories. Now, in case of Vidura, in the last classes, you saw the birth of Vidura, right? How Vidura was born. Now, because Vidura is born from this royal dynasty, he's a part of the royal dynasty, he has that natural tendency to serve the sages, serve the devotees of the Lord. Okay. And this is also one of the devotional service which one can perform. Now, what does Maitreya Muni say? That because you are listening to the pastimes, you have so much of interest in knowing about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is that these all pastimes are again coming back to life, again coming back to each one who is narrating it to you. Okay. Now, see over here, what do we see? What do we see over here in this picture?
The Brahma Madhya Sampradaya.
The Brahma Madhya Sampradaya.
Right? Yeah. So what is it like? What is it? Is that it follows the succession? That means from the guru to the disciple, from the guru to the disciple, right? So the information, the knowledge has been passed on from the guru to the disciple. And this is the right way of how the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam has been coming from generations, or from the very first point where where the Supreme Personality of Godhead told it to Brahma, and then how it got passed on to the disciples, from the guru to the disciple, from the guru to the disciple. And this is what is even followed today. That anybody just cannot come whimsically and say, no, I'm a guru and I'm going to give you the knowledge. Come on, you have to take knowledge from me. Does it happen that way? Or or does it come from a guru to a disciple?
Guru to a disciple.
Guru to a disciple, right? And then what? Yes. What is the reason that we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam? And whom should we listen it from?
Authorized personality or guru.
Authorized personality, very nice. And why should we be listening to Srimad Bhagavatam? Why should we be listening to the book Bhagavatam? What do you feel? Everybody is sleeping today? Why should we be listening to the book Bhagavatam?
So, it gives you knowledge.
Very nice. It gives us knowledge. Does it give me knowledge about what the material world is, or does it give me knowledge about the Lord?
The Lord.
About the Lord, right? Which is very, very important. And it is, you know what it is said, that it really takes your pious deeds also to come to a platform where you can hear about the pastimes of the Lord, or you can even hear about the Lord. So now you all children who are coming to the classes, who are listening to the stories of the Lord, this is only because you are, it is only because the Lord's mercy that you are able to join the classes, you are able to listen to the Bhagavatam, you are listening to the Bhagavad Gita, and so many different stories. So this opportunity which is there is very, very rare. Okay. And one should always be grateful to the Lord that we are able to listen to it. So, as I said, how do we come in contact with the Bhagavatam, or how do we come in contact with the Bhagavad Gita? Only due to a pure devotee of the Lord, right? And the same thing you also have to do, that you should be a way, or you should be, a mediator through which Bhagavad Gita can be passed on to many different people. Srimad Bhagavatam stories can go to many different people. Now, the same thing what Maitreya Muni is saying over here is that in this world, there are so many people who are suffering. And this Srimad Bhagavatam is going to be a process through which they are going to be liberated, or they are going to get the knowledge of the Lord. So now what does the law, there are so many examples which are given over here, that how the Srimad Bhagavatam has now come from the Lord. It came to Brahma, and then how did the Sanat Kumaras got it, and how from Sanat Kumara, how did the Rishi Munis, they got it. So this is a very big chain, disciplic succession chain. Okay. Rai Prahlad, can you read this for us?
Yes, Mataji. Some time ago, being inquisitive to know, Sanat Kumara, the chief of the boy saints, accompanied by other great sages, inquired exactly like you about the truth regarding Vasudeva, the supreme, from Lord Shankarsana, who is seated at the bottom of the universe. Thank you, Mataji.
So over here, see, Vidura is sitting with Maitreya Muni and he's asking him, can you please tell me more about the Lord? Can you please tell me about the pastimes of the Lord? So Maitreya Muni was very happy to know that Vidura had that inquisitive, or see the word over here, inquisitive. This is very, very important word, in everybody should be very inquisitive, and only when you are inquisitive, or when you have that tendency to find more about the Lord, or find more about the pastimes of the Lord, only then this knowledge will come to you. It cannot be just like a bedtime story. You should have that feeling that yes, I should know what exactly happened. How did the Srimad Bhagavatam come from? Where? Because see, now as the next part, what we are going to do is we are going to do the debate, right? Many of them have a very, those who are atheists, who do not believe in the scriptures. What do they say? Oh, the scriptures might be just written by someone, so I don't need to believe it. So we should exactly know, when we are preaching, we should exactly know from where our scriptures have come. How have they descended? From whom have they descended? To whom did they pass on? Okay. Advait, can you read this for us?
The four Kumaras, headed by Sanat Kumara, who all knew the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, glorified the Lord in rhythmic accents with selected words full of affection and love. At that time, Lord Sankarsana, with his thousands of raised hoods, began to radiate on effulgence from the glowing stones on his head. Thank you, Mataji.
Very good. So it says Sanat Kumaras, they received the knowledge from Lord Sankarsana. Okay. So this is how the Srimad Bhagavatam has come down. Now what happened after Sanat Kumaras received it? Mukund, can you read this?
Yes, Mataji. Lord Sankarsana thus spoke the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam to the great sage Sanat Kumar, who had already taken the vow of renunciation. Sanat Kumar also, in his turn, when inquired by Sankhya Muni, explained Srimad Bhagavatam as he had heard it from Sankarsana. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So see, now we are listening to Srimad Bhagavatam, right? We are listening to Srimad Bhagavatam when our Guru Maharajas, when our spiritual masters are speaking about it, when they are telling about the knowledge. So now, how did it come from Lord Sankarsana? Sanat Kumaras inquired. It is not that the Lord is saying, oh, come, listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. Come, listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. It is not that way. It is that one should have an inquisitive nature. One should ask questions with full faith, not to oppose something, but in order to acquire knowledge. So as Sanat Kumaras and some sages got the knowledge from Lord Sankarsana, now this knowledge had to be passed on also, right? So it was passed on to Sankhya Muni, who in turn passed on to the to the people who had to the rishis and the munis who were performing yagyas. Okay, so over here you can see that the Sanat Kumaras, when they traveled, they also passed on this knowledge. Okay, we are more over here. Okay, so next part will be about the Parasara Muni. That's another story, how Parasara and Brahaspati, they got the knowledge from the Sankhyana Muni, and how did the demonic, the Parasara Muni's story is there, which will be told to you tomorrow. Okay, so this was the flow of our Srimad Bhagavatam, how it is getting passed on from the one guru to the next guru. Okay, what I will do is we are right on time. Okay, Rai Prahlad, you have some question to ask?
Yes, Mataji. Like you said, that the knowledge gets passed on from
from generations to generations, but how does it get passed on? Like if we start from Sanat Kumaras, then they know some knowledge what happened in that generation. How does it spread to this generation? Because if you write it in books will get so old, and then you'll forget what you've written, because it'll be so old you can't even read it. Then how did the knowledge pass down, like Ramayana and the Krishna Leela?
Very nice.
Way ago.
Yeah, so see, now in this generation, see, as the yugas have come up, right? So earlier people were so intelligent that, see, when Lord Krishna passed on the knowledge to Brahma, Lord Brahma did not write it anywhere, right? And Lord Krishna did not read it out from somewhere. It was passed on by his flute. When he played the flute, the knowledge got passed on from the flute to Lord Brahma, right? So as the ages have increased, or as the eras have come up, our intelligence has become low and low and low. Okay. Earlier, it was like, see, now when Vyasadeva told the Mahabharata, what did Lord Ganesha? He wrote it down. As it was spoken, he was writing it down. So just imagine, like, your teacher is dictating you something and you're writing it down. It becomes like, at some point you will tell her to slow down. You will find time to like, you will need time to comprehend it and then write it, right? So this is what we are in this age. So for this age, we need scriptures which are written down. Now in the earlier ages, or when it was the earlier yugas, the people were so intelligent that only by listening, only by one time listening, it is called as ekapati. Ekapati means when somebody tells you once, it just gets into your mind, it just gets into your heart, and you can recite it, okay? Or you can learn it as and when it is just told to you. Like, you remember when we have in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when the debate is going on, how the who was it? Yeah, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or how the other, who was it? I'm missing the name. The Kashmiri Pandit, when he had a debate, right? For him, he had learned things, isn't it? But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did he do? At that very point, he could just say the verses, because it is Lord himself, right? But for others who are there, we need scriptures for our reference. Okay. And as ages are going to go on, our intelligence, if we are not going to sharpen it, it is not going to stay as it is. Right? So earlier people, once they were told the whole Ramayana, also if it was told, now just imagine when Valmiki, okay, when Valmiki had written the Ramayana, and Lav Kush could recite the whole Ramayana in the court of Lord Ramachandra, right? They did not have a paper in their hand. They memorized it in such a way that when it was told to them, they knew whole Ramayana as a story, and they could narrate it in a poetic form when they were in front of Lord Ramachandra, right? Now, these Maitreya Muni or Lord Sankarsana, when it was passed on to Sanat Kumaras did not write it down anywhere, right? They passed on their knowledge to the next disciple, and from there it went on passing by. And then at some point, like when we see about Mahabharata, right? Or when we see about our Upanishads, at some point Vyasadeva, it was important, because see, these all our Rishi Munis and all our sages, they knew that this further ages which are going to come, people are going to be less intelligent. So they will need some scriptural evidence. They will need some scriptural reference. Otherwise, we have seen the game of the Chinese Whisper, right? You all know the game Chinese Whisper?
No.
No, Mataji.
The Chinese Whisper game is that, suppose there are, I'm just going to stop this share. Okay, the Chinese Whisper, you know what is Chinese Whisper? That suppose there are 15 kids in your class, okay? And you might have heard about it, but you might not know that this is called as Chinese Whisper. So what do they do is that one person, I say, the first person, okay, I'm going to whisper in that person's ear. When you all are present in physically present, this becomes more easy to understand. So see, but suppose now Radha is the first child over there, okay? So I say, Radha, I had waffles, orange juice, some berries, and some pancakes for my breakfast today. Okay. Now when Radha, the next person who is sitting to Radha is Gauranga. Okay. Then Radha heard it, and by the time Radha was hearing, she was thinking about something else also. So she heard something breakfast. Then she says, oh, you know what? Mataji had, instead of orange juice, she remembers juice. She said, had pineapple juice. She had some pancakes. She forgot about the waffles. Okay. Waffles she did not say. So I told her 10 things. Yes. I told her 10 things. And out of 10 things, Radha could recollect only 8 things. So she could tell Gauranga only 8 things. Now when Gaurang has to tell it to Advait, Gaurang also misses out another 2 things. And then he thinks, oh, I missed, maybe I'm not remembering something. So he says, you know what? Mataji had some chapatis, so she had some sabzi, she had some waffles, she had some milk, and he forgot about the juice. Okay. And like this, when it goes on, Tulasi Manjari adds on something from her own views. She feels that maybe this is what Gaurang wanted to say. Because if Gaurang says waffles, but she is not able to hear it, and then she hears something else, and then what happens? Whatever Radha had said, by the time it comes to Rai Prahlad, like suppose we are just going in whatever I see, Radha says to Gaurang, Gaurang says to, tells it to Tulasi Manjari, then to Sri Tulasi, Prahlad, Ansh, Mukund, Ramachandra, and by the time it comes to Advait and Rai Prahlad, when I ask Rai Prahlad, what did you hear, Rai Prahlad? Rai Prahlad says, Mataji, I heard that you had something for breakfast, but I don't know what you had. Right? And Radha knew 10
Can I say something?
Yeah, 1 second. I'll just complete this part. So by the time it comes to Rai Prahlad, it is all distorted. It is all messed up. And the main essence or the main message which was there is all lost. Right? But on the other hand, if I would have... Yes,
Mataji, this game is kind of like the telephone.
Yeah, so it's also called as the Chinese whisper. Advait, you were saying something?
Yeah, so in one lecture of Amarendra Prabhu, he was saying that when he was little, he played this, and one time, like he gave an example that sometimes this game goes on and you start with orange juice, but you end with pink monkey.
So this is what happened. But on the other hand, if I would have given Radha a chit in which all the information was written down, what she would do, she would just open the chit. She would have read it out to Gaurang. Gaurang would have read it out to Tulasi Manjari. Tulasi Manjari would have read it out to Sri Tulasi. And then it wouldn't have been that any word has been lost, right? Because it was written down somewhere. And this is the reason that all our scriptures have also been written down so that the future generations can take advantage of it. Is it clear, Rai Prahlad? Okay, so that is how the information or the knowledge has been passed from one generation to the other. Earlier generations, it was just like they were so intelligent that it was just one time said and they would recollect it. But at one point when Srila Vyasadeva sat down and he compiled all the Upanishads, all the scriptures, this is for our reference in this today's age. Okay, very nice question, Rai Prahlad. Okay, so I think everybody is ready for something. For the debate?
The debate.
Debate, right? Ansh is more... Ansh, I don't see you. Where are you? Oh. Okay. So then everybody is excited for the debate, and the topic which we had said was, everybody remembers?
Can teachers be replaced by computers?
Yes, let me open up that part also for you all. Okay, so we had, can computers replace the teachers, right? This was for our debate. So now I'm going to stop share over here and let us see who is in which team. Who wants to say that the teachers can be replaced by computers? Where's Mukund?
I'm here, Mataji.
Okay, I don't see you all. Okay, so should I just randomly make 2 groups or you want to get into your own groups?
Get in our own groups, Mati.
Get
Maybe
in
we
our
can
own
group.
But then it shouldn't be that there's nobody on the other side. I should have 2 groups made. Okay, raise your
Okay.
hand.
Does it have to be equal number?
Sorry?
Does it have to be equal number?
Not equal number. It's just okay.
They can be 5 on each side.
If it is that way, that's more than.
Can it be one? And can it be one and the rest on the other team?
No.
Why
It's
do
gonna
we
be way
want such-
unfair.
it would be unfair, right? Prahlad, on which team are you? Prahlad, Shri Tulasi?
Machi, this is Advait. I'm on the team that teachers cannot be replaced.
Okay.
Me too. I'm gonna be.
Me
on the team.
too.
Teachers
Me
cannot
too.
be replaced.
I'm gonna be
I'm on the team
teachers
also.
cannot be
See,
replaced.
at the end, it might happen that only Vinita Gandharika Mataji and myself, we will be on a team that yes, teachers can be replaced. Because there should be someone, right? On the other team. How about you? Okay, Tulsi Manjari said, Mukund, where are you? Which team are you on?
Mataji, I'm on the team that robots cannot replace teachers.
Okay, teachers cannot be replaced. How about you, Ansh and Gaurang?
Cannot.
Cannot. So I guess I'll be alone on one team. That teachers can be replaced. Yes.
What is the question?
We are having a debate, Gaurang. Debate is when now. So what we are having is that can teachers be replaced by computers? That instead of teachers, can we just have computers or the artificial intelligence just teaching us? Only the computers teaching us. What do you feel, Gaurang? Can it happen? Or should it happen? No teachers, only computers.
No.
No, okay. I guess I'm going to be alone. Let us see how it goes now.
Mataji, you never asked me.
Mataji, I can also be with you.
Odd ones we are. Yes, Mataji. Yes, Rai Prahlad.
I want to be on the team with you.
Okay. Welcome.
Mataji, actually, even I'll switch to that robots can replace because no one's on that team.
Okay.
But I actually support the other one.
Don't worry. This is not going to be any judgment. This is
I'm
just.
gonna be on your team too.
Oh, is it? So we have Ramachandra, Prahlad, Sita. Sorry?
Can Balavinda be on Sita Priti Mataji's team?
So everybody is on that computers can replace.
No, not me.
Not me. Okay. Ansh, Ramchandra, Prahlad, where are you? I want to hear from you. Is this Prahlad, Lalitangi Mataji's Prahlad or?
Yeah, Mataji. Lalitangi Mataji's Prahlad only.
Lalitangi Mataji's Prahlad, show me your face. Where are you? Let me hear from you. Mr. Prahlad, where are you? Oh, he's lost. He's gone. Krishna.
No, Mataji, he's here.
No, he's here.
Hi.
Hi, Boon. So, Prahlad, are you on which team are you on?
No, the teachers can't be replaced.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So, yeah. So, what we'll do is we'll Radha, Prahlad.
It kind of depends on the scenario.
Now the teams are made. Okay.
Mataji,
Yes, Radha.
can there be a judge?
You want to judge?
In debates, there's technically no judge.
Yeah, we'll just put up our points. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
there's
just-
basically no judges in debates.
Oh,
They state their points.
we'll state our point and we'll state our point in a very last time. Remember what we said about debates? Debate shouldn't go into arguments. It is a healthy way where we can put up our point on one platform. Okay. Everybody has their own views. Everybody has the freedom to speak. But on a platform like this, we will not be hurting anyone by your words. We will just try to put what our views are. Now, because this is a children's forum, and we had to divide equally. So some children who still believe that no, teachers cannot be replaced are on the other side also. So we are not going to judge anyone. We are not going to make a view of anybody that yes, this person was thinking like this, so he must be or she must be like this. We are not going to have that in any way. Okay. We'll just have a healthy debate over here. Okay. So what we'll do is, Radha. Yeah. So Radha will be the first one who will give her point that why does she think that computers cannot replace teachers? Okay, so we have Radha on this team and we have Raya, Prahlad. Okay, whoever is in Radha and Prahlad, Prahlad is there, Radha, Ramachandra, Tulasi Manjari, Advait and Shri Tulasi, right? They are all one team. You all raise your hands and then I'll spotlight you and then you can speak. So we can start with Radha.
So computers cannot replace these teachers because like they're just gonna show you the thing, but they're not gonna explain it just like a teacher does.
Okay. Okay, Mukund, do you want, I'll just need you all on videos, okay? Because I'm going to have you spotlighted side by side so that, yes. So now I have you. So Mukund, you heard, right? What Radha said?
Can she repeat it again, once again?
Yeah, Radha, would you mind repeating the thing again?
So computers cannot replace teachers because like they can't explain. They're just gonna show it like there's gonna be kind of a course, but they won't like explain it and like show us like example and other stuff, and like a teacher.
Mukund, how do you want to give a counter statement for her explanation?
The computers can be programmed to explain to the students very well on how it is. Like the programmer can write in there to keep asking the students, did you get this thing? And if they didn't, then explain more and give examples. Examples will also be programmed in there.
Okay. Okay. So Prahlad has, so now Prahlad is going to talk about.
You can't replace teachers because teachers have feelings. Computers don't have real feelings.
Feelings, okay, yeah, a little bit louder, Prahlad. Okay, so Prahlad is talking about feelings. Yes, go ahead, Prahlad.
Yeah, that's why computers can replace teachers, because computers don't they don't know, even though they can solve everything, they don't feelings. They don't have teachers have more feelings, which is they have actual sadness, happiness, and other
Very nice. So Rai Prahlad, what did Prahlad say was that teachers cannot be replaced by computers because teachers have feelings and they can express their feelings, which makes the class more lively. How would you try to counteract on this statement of Prahlad?
I know that sometimes computers don't have that much feelings, but teachers can write some notes that exactly like feelings, how they feel in interaction when they're alive. They can type down their thoughts and explanations and write it down or on some kind of Google Drive things. Like you can even make a presentation and then share them how much you did, and then you can even use the app to give the feelings and then make them get interested in it.
Okay. Okay, so Prahlad said was that the feelings are more important and they can be exhibited in the class. Prahlad said that these feelings in emojis and anywhere they can be presented through a PPT presentation also. So the same thing can be in a sort of PPT presentation. Okay, we have Ramachandra. Yes, Ramachandra.
It kind of depends on the scenario, what you're doing. If you're like talking about like a normal class, like where you just teach the students no questions or answers or something, then teachers can be replaced. But if it's like something like question and answers thing, and robots are probably not the best, because like robots like, how do I say, they're not like don't have the best IQ or something. Like but you can have like the robot have all kind of information in its like system, but most of the time it's not the best, because if you want to take like doing robots is kind of a risk, because a lot of times the robots will like, it could malfunction or something like that.
Okay.
And also robots won't explain as good as teachers.
Okay. Okay, who wants to, Vinita Gandharika Mataji, do you want to counteract on this? You want to say something again on this?
Yeah, he was saying according to scenario, it is changing. Yes, but whatever scenario is, computers are nowadays so so high. Like they're getting this, cartoon picture, like it looks like a teacher, it's talk to you, and it is like just like you are seeing a teacher, but it's not a real teacher, but you are seeing an image of teacher which is really moving, and trying to act as if like really you are there. And they have these graphics also. You feel that that you're really feeling that you are in the classroom and you're all there. We see all these 3D things, right? Then that can all help you think that your teacher is there. It is more easy to learn with the computer. Means computers never go wrong, but teacher can go wrong sometimes. We have that problems, but still, especially in India we see this. But computer is programmed well, then it can teach us very well, right? What do you think?
Okay.
A lot of times if you just like miss like one key, then it just malfunctions completely. Like I've coded before and like I forgot like one like letter and it didn't even work at all.
Okay, wonderful.
Very good.
Very nice. Very nice. So then Advait is for, Advait has to say for like, he's for, right?
Cannot,
Teachers
yeah.
cannot be. Yes,
so
Advait.
first of all, for robots, even for them to work, people are it's a person who's the one that does all the programming, and like Ramachandra said, what small mistake can like make the whole thing malfunction. And also it's like this, if you put like calculators, for example, they don't know all the answers, but they only do the adding and stuff only because the humans are the ones who put in those equations, and they know how it works. So, and that's the reason, even if you use robots, you still need human in the first place to like code and all of that. That's like so much work. So instead of doing that, why not just have a teacher? It's way better.
Very nice.
And for a robot, it's a lot of money too.
Okay. Anybody who wants to counter argue on Advait's point? Who is on the side of teachers can be replaced? Raprilla, you want to?
Mataji, can I try?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Oh, no, Raprilla can go. I'll do the next one.
Okay. Yeah, Raprilla, go ahead.
Mukund can do this one.
Okay. Mukund? Yes, Mukund.
I didn't even hear him.
Mukund, are you there?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So what Advait said was that about the there should be some there's some person who is already feeding it in the computer, right? So no matter whatever you're talking about the computer also, but still there is a human hand into it. So in that sense, a teacher cannot be replaced by a computer. That's what he put up as a point.
Here, so the computer can be programmed in the start that that it has to teach all of this stuff. So in the start, all the world's computers, they'll be programmed, and that will take like a lot of effort. In the start, there'll be lots of effort required, but then after that, for the whole entire for the rest of how much the Kali Yuga is going to last, it's just going to keep teaching everyone whatever is there.
Okay, okay.
So just
Can I counter?
Yes.
So first of all, that's impossible because the robot need like a power source. So even any batteries, it can't last that long. And so for example, if you have a battery that lasts 2 years, but then to charge it, it'll take another 2 years. It's like that, or at least 1 year, it'll take like that. So it's just a waste of time. But then for teachers or people, they teach during the day, and during night they sleep like everyone else, and they recharge.
Very nice. And we
You
had
could
some
have solar robots, like solar. You could have like solar panels on the robots.
Yeah, but the thing is, one thing I learned was that solar panels, even if it's cloudy, it won't work. It has to be like really sunny, like in summer. Like you know how some days are really sunny. So if it's night, if it's cloudy, or if it's rainy, it won't work. So that's like really bad chances. It's like 1 out of 4 chance that it'll work.
Okay. And you have something to say?
So computers can't replace teachers because they're not that intelligent.
Okay, they're not that intelligent. Yes, Vinita Gandharika Mataji.
Yeah, no, just now somebody was saying like, no, it is, one time you program, yeah, you need a teacher is very easy to program. More interaction, something they were telling. Like I wanted to say the point. Is want to say in the COVID time we saw this, how the computers can replace the teacher. Most of the time, all the classes were given for Vrunda, especially talking to her. She has got all the classes in online. Only 5 minutes teacher was there. Rest of all the time, they gave us the videos and just watch that videos and finish your work. And, and when this came, the expensive thing is gone. Everything they made it very cheaper and it's affordable to get to everyone. And also you see more interaction is there because each child is observing their own computer. If the teacher is there, teacher is standing in front of the board, but there are 30 students in the classroom. How come each teacher is talking to a student? But here computer is responding. Okay, I'm answering A means I'm answering B. Then it says me, you answered wrong. Can you find this? This is how A looks. Then you find A. So it's more interaction is there for a child. So what do you all say this?
Machi, can I counteract?
Yeah.
One second. I'll just ask Tulasi Manjari also. Tulasi Manjari, Shri Tulasi, do you have any points to say? I don't see you on video, so I'm personally asking you. Tulasi Manjari, Shri Tulasi, do you have any points to share?
One of my points is that I think that teachers shouldn't get replaced by computers because you kind of do need the face-to-face or physical interaction with someone to actually like get stuff impelled into your brain.
Okay.
It's no fair. You're talking about online. That's of course all about computers.
Yes, it kind of depends if you're online or if it's online classes or in person. If it's in person, robots are not the best.
Right. Okay, so what worst?
Mathi, can I counteract?
Yes, Advait.
For the online thing, for example, if Wi-Fi goes out, the whole thing is shut out, because that happened multiple times in my online classes. And also, if there's videos going on and the kid has a question, the video can't answer because it's not automatic. Number 3 is for the multiple choice questions, for math, it would work. But for subjects like English and other stuff like that, even at school, we had a problem because without the teacher, it would be really hard, because then it will be only multiple choice. So it's not like English, you know how you have to write essays and stuff like that. The computers are not built to like write it. They're mostly built to see if there's like one thing that's correct. So like if it's multiple choice, out of all 4, one of them is right. So then the computer can check it if which one's right or not. But for English and stuff, for math, it would work out really well. But for other subjects, it wouldn't, because for English, you have to write a whole essay, and the computer is not built for reading every single thing and checking the grammar and everything if it's correct, and how it like works out and everything. So that's why it would not work.
Pralad, you want to say something over it?
Yes, I think your advice was saying that sometimes if the power goes off, the computer shut off. But sometimes some computers are chargeable, and you charge the computers and the power gets off. The charger still charges the computer, like the typical kind of computers. And if they got shut off, the computer won't off, because it just charged itself, and then now it still has power stored in its refresher.
Yeah, but there's I'll tell you after.
And then you said that they can't check you, and because they can't check your grammar and something. Like each city and each state has like public resource that it's like an education foundation, and they use it to check your education in computers. Like if you have one app and then you finish your app on an iPad or a computer that can charge, and you keep doing the app, and it keeps giving you a lot of points or something, and then it lets you buy something when you're done with it. The teachers won't always do that, because it's kind of encouraging you to do it on the computer. It's
wonderful.
About the electricity thing, the thing is, almost every single application or app that is really good, or like Zoom, for example, you need Wi-Fi. And if the power is out, there's no Wi-Fi, because all the not the satellites exactly, but all the systems and everything are shut down, so you can't generate Wi-Fi. Because to even generate Wi-Fi, for example, like if you get a Wi-Fi port in your house, you need to connect it to the wall, because you get electricity, and that's what generates the Wi-Fi, or helps generate, because it gives power. So it's like a battery.
Yeah, for example.
And without that, you won't be able to create Wi-Fi, and apps like Zoom you won't be able to use, so you can't do online stuff. And Google too, or Safari, like that stuff, you need Wi-Fi, because without Wi-Fi, nothing loads. Because Wi-Fi is basically all the applications and everything, but in like a multimedia service.
Okay, and she was saying something?
Yeah, it's like, for example, the device I'm actually using is actually 9% right now. Like, really, it is.
Okay, Ramachandra, are you saying something?
I can't find a different device.
Yeah. Something I wanted to back up with Advait is that a lot of times what you say with the grammar robots is very annoying, because one time I was doing a math test and then it was like, did you watch this video? And I put a lowercase y and it said incorrect, because you have to put the uppercase y. And then I told the teacher and go back. If it's a robot, it won't even go back. It'll just say incorrect.
Wonderful, wonderful, everyone.
Another thing is that even at school, whenever there's like these spell checks, and if I use words like let's see, example, like things in religion or something like that, like Greek mythology or something like that, not everything comes, and they just say it's wrong because of the grammar error. Even though it's not actually a grammar error, it's just the computer it's not in the database, so they think it's wrong even though it's not.
Okay. So very nice.
Guys,
Thank
can you
you
stop
all
making it so hard for us?
Thank you so much for participating with so enthusiasm and putting up your own views. I know it's hard to decide, but as of now in this world, when we have seen that how COVID had gone, everything had got online, the main thing which as devotees when we think about is that, that devotee association. Okay, I'm just linking this with a little bit of our spirituality also. Like people, they need somebody around them for their emotional growth also. Okay, and then a child, specifically when he is in a studying age, he or she really needs someone to connect with. And as we have seen, a teacher is is a parent outside your home. So that bonding, that understanding which or that faith which a student has on a teacher can only be possible when it is a personal association, or when a teacher is there. Like now what we are talking over here, though it is online, but still I'm there present. It's not a recorded class, so it still becomes like a one-to-one connection, right? So this is needed. And we know that yes, computers are important in our life, but it cannot be used to replace human beings. Okay, that is one thing which can be understood, that they cannot replace human beings. We'll continue this in our next part a little bit, and then we will go for the next part, because I think the Madhava kids are coming. We have taken their time, so I'm sorry that we
No
went a
problem.
little.
No problem at all.
Thank you so much, everyone, dear children, for
I
attending.
also agree with Sita Priti Mataji. Teachers cannot replace the computer.
I know, like those who were
Yeah,
there on the.
I also agree. I was just supporting that side because there were so less people.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
we need somebody, so that's why I spoke.
somebody, so we had
Mati,
split.
one thing you said that I don't agree is that you said that people cannot be replaced by humans. That's actually not true, because some jobs they can actually be replaced. Like in factories, they make stuff for mass production. They don't use people, and they
Yeah, how about I'll just pick up 2 points to differentiate things, and next week we'll continue with that. Okay, Advait? And then we'll go ahead with the next topic. Okay, we'll end our class today. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa. We'll talk about it again next class. Okay, Ansh?
Okay.
Hari bol.
Hari bol.